Neves, Deadpool and Wolverine review.
I know.
What do you think?
I'm sorry. I gotta say something. Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine again. I think
He's a little old.
he's a little old. You know, he's got to learn from RDJ, man. RDJ was done with Marvel after Endgame. He was like, you know what? I'm done playing Tony Stark. I'm not going to be in a Marvel film ever again. And he stood by that with Oppenheimer. He won an Oscar, and I think that's great.
That's right. I'm excited to see what RDJ does next.
Oh, I'm so excited. I highly doubt he's going to be in a piece of shit movie because they paid him $100 million. And I'm just glad.
That would never happen.
That would never happen. He would never sign up to another Marvel film again because he's a respectable actor. And Marvel isn't that stupid. I mean, imagine if Marvel asked him again to play a completely different role. That would be the dumbest thing.
In the same universe?
In the same universe. Oh my God.
That would never happen.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go review the movie.
Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast, episode 147. I'm your host, Nathan, and I'm joined by the man himself, Matthew Neves, to my left.
Thank you.
And today we are going to be reviewing the highly anticipated Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh shit.
Is the MCU back? Oh my God.
Is the MCU back? Is it dead? Is it back? Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
I like the first image that you sent in our document.
I will put that up on the screen here.
Fuck.
Robert Downey Jr. is currently staring at both of us.
Yeah.
Right in our souls in his Doctor Doom outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not very happy about it.
No, we're not.
This got announced actually yesterday, the date we're recording.
Yeah.
Came as a big surprise all over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I think we've talked multiple times on our Oppenheimer review and our Robert Downey Jr. episode. We love when he goes different, when he does something different in his career, when he goes somewhere from an acting perspective that's more challenging. Playing another Marvel fucking character is not challenging. I don't care.
Yeah, and I get it. You guys might be like, oh, you don't know. You guys are hating. You guys are hating. But it's like, look, do I think he's going to be a good Doctor Doom? Yeah, maybe he will if they write him good. But he's going to be a good actor. He's one of the best actors, obviously.
Yeah.
But after Oppenheimer, we talked so much about how this is what we want from RDJ. And he's getting to this age where he can play young and play old.
Yeah.
And he's in this really cool place. So this was not the move that I really wanted. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we both are agreeing that this is just a bad choice and doesn't really change anything from a quality perspective.
Yeah.
But speaking of bringing old actors back into the same fucking role, Deadpool and Wolverine. This is going to make a bajillion quadrillion dollars at the box office. We're very well aware of that.
This is eyeing a $400 million global opening.
Holy shit.
Weekend.
For an R-rated film? That's insane.
R-rated film. Bring the kids.
Bring everyone.
Bring the whole family to watch Deadpool say the most absurd things.
Yeah, that's what we've come to. I guess, I don't know if you want to go right into Deadpool and Wolverine or talk about the previous two films as your perspective. What you thought of those?
Okay, I like Deadpool enough.
Yeah.
I didn't love them. I saw all of them. I thought the first one is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Really like the first one. That's the one I'd like to go back to, if any. But I don't know, like rewatchability. They're not like films that are on the top of my list to go back and rewatch.
Right.
But do I have a good laugh with them? Yes. They don't take themselves too seriously for the most part.
Right.
Obviously, with all the fourth wall breaks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I can expect a fun watch for Deadpool.
Yeah.
In comparing to the rest of the MCU, or the rest of Marvel, because this is the first one that ties in the MCU. Right?
Yeah, because Disney bought Fox, and now they're finally like, okay, we'll bring you guys together.
Yeah, compared to Marvel in general, usually I'm having more fun watching Deadpool than any of these other Ant-Mans or garbage like that.
Yeah, I'm the same too. The first Deadpool film was good. I like its low budget feel. It was very low budget and it had this great personality. Did all the jokes land for me? No, but I think the point is that we got to see Deadpool in a way that's the most accurate we'll ever get.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the first one. I really like the second one. I think the second one is better than the first one. I love the characters more. I feel like they develop Wade in a way that balances out his shitty humor with his genuine moments.
Agreed. That one got the genuine moments more right.
Yeah, yeah. And also, like, the action was great. The comedy, it felt like it reminded me of like those old parody films whenever they tried to break the fourth wall and stuff, which I thought was done better. And yeah, all the characters like Cable and Domino, I think are fucking great as characters. Like, I don't know. That's why I was excited for this one, because I figured, hey, I liked the last one. I'm excited for this. They're bringing back Hugh Jackman, which I was mixed at first because of Logan.
I had a lot of questions going in.
Yeah, same.
Obviously, because of how well it's like. I find that it's so rare that Marvel figures out how to end a character well.
Yeah. It really does, yeah.
Especially with Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. We've seen 3 Spider-Men in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Could you imagine somebody else playing Wolverine?
You want to know why? It's because Hugh Jackman has played Wolverine as long as we've been alive.
That's what I mean. In this time, there's been 3 Spider-Men that have rotated. But Hugh Jackman, he is Wolverine so much that I don't think they would ever dare try to recast it. I mean, eventually they will, but...
Yeah, it's like an RDJ Iron Man thing where the charisma and the performance is so iconic that it's just
very much so.
How the fuck are you gonna top that?
Very much so. But with Logan, what a fantastic conclusion. Obviously, it's such a great movie. They just got it right there. And I'm like, are they just gonna be like multiverse? Different guy.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. I liked how he took some time to explain it.
Sure, exposition,
The exposition. It was very Deadpool.
Yeah.
But, like, I thought it was funny how he, like, kind of read my mind in the moment. Like, I know what you're thinking. Like, how are we going to bring this character back after Logan?
Yeah.
And I did like that opening sequence where he's using the bones of the dead Wolverine to beat the shit out of people. I thought that was a fantastic opening sequence.
I thought it was too. I thought about that scene, and I wasn't a huge fan of the rest of the action in the movie, but that particular opening was great.
It was really good.
I love all the Deadpool openings. My favorite being Deadpool 2 because it makes fun of Skyfall, Spectre. I was like, but I noticed something about when Disney bought Fox and this movie came out, I was like, are they going to be more risque or are they going to double down on the safeness? This felt safe because you notice how the credits were all the real people and stuff. And the other Deadpool films, like Deadpool 2, was like produced by some asshole, directed by some idiot, written by these morons and stuff. And it's just like, I wanted more of that like narcissistic Deadpool behavior, but we kind of didn't get that in this. We kind of had it at some parts, but like, for example, that opening, which I love, I feel like it was still safe enough. Like, oh, you can kill people. You can couple crotch shots, like bang, but that's it. Like nothing too intense, I felt. I don't know. Did you feel that way? Did you feel like this R-rated film felt?
I mean, like obviously they really lean into the swearing and the like. But that's not like risk. That's not risk to me.
No,
like, that's
not really.
Yeah,
we've all heard fuck before. Like
exactly, we've all heard fuck before, and it's not like a new thing. But I also feel like because this is the first one that introduces the MCU things, that they had to be more mindful.
Like the merge you were saying.
Exactly. Because they merged all that stuff together, I think they couldn't do the like produced by some asshole.
I know. Kevin Feige would be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's like, I get that. This is a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
And they knew that this movie was going to make billions of dollars.
I know. It's fucking nuts, man. Like, I think there's a lot of good parts in this film, like a lot of good character moments. But overall, I feel like this movie focuses more on the fan service-y moments than the genuine moments.
Yeah.
Like, there's such an imbalance of it compared to the other Deadpool films.
For sure. If you didn't know by now, we're going to get into a lot of spoilers. This is what we do on the Real Talk podcast. So definitely, if you haven't seen it yet, watch it and then come back to us. But it's a ton of fan service
like,
and self-awareness. And is this a great superhero film? No. It's not, but where I'm at with the fucking MCU is like, can you actually make me laugh anymore? Can you actually give me a moment that I think is fun? or you didn't, actually thought through. And I had more of those moments in this film than I had in a long time. The sarcastic bullshit of the MCU, which I typically hate.
Yeah.
Here it's like you spend a little bit more time writing these jokes. I felt more landed for me.
More landed.
I liked it more than you.
Yeah, I think that's evident. I'm sorry. I thought this was the worst Deadpool film.
Wow.
Yeah, by a mile. This is like fucking sad. Like the action was underwhelming. It looked uglier compared to the other Deadpool films. I thought Hugh Jackman was the only great actor in this film. I thought Ryan Reynolds tried, but it seemed like he had so much shit going on. Like he had so many credits that he was just like trying to juggle everything. Like, oh, how do I do this Wolverine? Oh, but I need these cameos. Oh, but I need all the Deadpools in this. Oh, but I need... Oh shit, I forgot my the girlfriend character Vanessa's only in it for 3 minutes. Yeah. You notice how all of the Deadpool characters that you knew and loved from the previous two are only in it for 5 fucking minutes? Man,
they're like, we got Wolverine.
The biggest
Fuck them.
Yeah, the biggest disappointment was not utilizing them at all.
Which sucks because it's not like this is the first movie and you've established these characters and we want conclusions to them.
Yeah.
Which we're not going to get anymore. Because the shiny Wolverine is here. Wow, Hugh Jackman's here, so fuck everything that we built.
We needed Henry Cavill as Wolverine, guys. And I'm like, that's cool, but at the same time, that just reminds me of like, remember John Krasinski in Multiverse?
Yeah.
It just feels like a Reddit casting. Like, I'm just like, oh, cool, but like, what does this do for me in the long run?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Like, it doesn't do anything.
This movie is a fun watch, but like, very much like... it's gonna age poorly.
Like milk. It's gonna age like milk.
It's gonna age a little poorly, and it's very much for the memes of right now.
Yeah.
And for the memes of right now, I laughed at it. I thought it was fun. I had a very fun watch. I left thinking, oh, that was a fun movie. I had a lot of fun with that. But it doesn't restore my faith in the MCU.
No.
It changes absolutely nothing for me. And them being self-aware doesn't make it a good movie.
No,
I think you made that point.
I fully agree. Yeah.
It doesn't make it a good movie, but it helped for me. At least it's like, let's stop pretending that this is fucking good.
No, I guess like there's a limit between that. I think like I feel like Wade's narcissistic attitude is just like, oh yeah, multiverse. Who the fuck cares? Like
right.
I'm fine with that. It's when you go into like we never made a good movie in 5 years type of thing. It's just like, yep, you're still keeping that track record. Then like I don't know what else to say because like. I think there are good moments in this, and it's all wasted potential. Like, No Way Home did a better job at this. Like, it did.
Yeah.
Like, you actually cared about Tobey Maguire. You cared about Andrew Garfield's character. They had arcs. Sure, the story didn't make any sense. It was stupid.
Yeah.
But at least I felt something. At least I felt earned.
You didn't just bring back a character for character's sake.
Yeah, like, with Tobey, he meets up with Doc Ock, and he's like, oh, Peter, you've all grown up. And
it wasn't for the meme.
Yes, it was for the character.
It was for the character, yeah.
Because there's moments in this movie that I liked where it was like X-23, the little girl. She's all grown up. She sees a different version of Wolverine and talks to him. I love that scene.
Very cool.
I wish there was more of that. And people think, oh, well, how could you do that scene better? I'm like, they did in Guardians 3 with Gamora and Peter Quill.
Right.
So I'm fucking tired of this like double stand. Like, oh well, they couldn't do this. They couldn't. Yeah, they could. It's all about writing and the perspective that you have with these characters.
Yeah.
Logan. Every time they reference Logan in this film, I felt sick. Do not fucking reference that film. Logan is the best movie Marvel's ever gonna fucking make. And every time they bring it up, I'm like, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah. The MCU has jaded you, Neves.
Like,
you're done.
I don't care. I don't care. Oh, shit. Look, it's Elektra. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Channing Tatum's in this.
I know. And he's just like...
My name is Jeff.
Did you, were you aware of that Gambit shit?
No.
Okay, so in 2009, I'm not even joking. 2009, Channing Tatum wanted to make a Gambit movie. This was like Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam to him.
Oh.
And he's been trying to push it for so long. And the last I heard about the news was back in 2015. So when I saw him in this film, I full on laughed.
Yeah.
I laughed so fucking hard. I'm like, wow, he finally got it, guys.
He finally got it. This was the character he wanted to play so badly.
Gambit.
This was the accent he was working on since 2009.
I like to think the accent was a Ryan Reynolds choice.
It's most definitely for the meme, I think. But Wow, that's interesting. He finally got it.
Blade Trinity reunion, guys.
Okay, that one, I don't give a shit. Is it cheap? Did it add nothing to the film? Did he have no real moment? Yes, but I was happy to see Wesley Snipes.
No, yeah.
He looked fucking cool.
Yeah.
He looked like he could do a Blade movie in 2024.
I agree. No, I'm fine with that. It's just the fact that like the irony of him on the set of Blade Trinity, and I'm like, who the fuck's this guy? And it's Ryan Reynolds, and now it's like 20 years later, and Ryan Reynolds is like one of the richest people of all time, and he's like, all right, I'll be in this film. It's like the tables have turned.
But man, he looked cool as hell. It was cool to see Blade. That was one that I was actually pretty happy about. I can't lie, even though it was cheap. Like a lot of these are cheap, but
they are scraping the bottom of the barrel with these sorts of things. Like with Chris Evans, I fucking knew they were going to do the Johnny Storm thing.
I didn't know.
Really?
I thought that was actually kind of clever. I don't know. Like, I liked that moment a lot. I laughed out loud, like, oh, like he's gonna say it, like Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
And then he does the flame.
Flame on, yeah.
Come on, Neves, that's pretty good.
What? What are you fucking talking about? Like, it's good for like 10 seconds, and then it's just like, oh, they keep talking? Oh.
Yeah, but that's what the movie is. It's like these jokes that are good. Like, it's not building on something. It's a bad superhero movie.
Here's what I'll say. I'll say it's better than The Flash.
Right.
Because these actors are still alive. These actors have an ounce of personality.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But I feel like they could have developed it more. Like the Blade, Elektra, Gambit thing, where it was like, we just want to end. Like, I like that narcissistic attitude because that's what Deadpool's known for. I would have wanted to see them end off and see that purple CGI monster, and they all look at the camera and say, well, guys, this is our end. And they all close their eyes and end off. I would have had something. Like, give me some acting that's not just one-liner.
Yeah.
Like, have a character moment, have an arc, even if it's like the bare fucking minimum.
Yeah, they weren't really interested in that, in doing that.
Yeah.
It was more just like, how many jokes can we cram in, and how much fan service can we do?
Right. Because again, like this whole apocalypse thing, I've seen so many times. Like the fucking Mad Max films have done it, obviously. The Zack Snyder apocalypse, everything's an apocalypse now. So when I see this film do it, it's just like, I feel like they're late to the party already. Like,
Sure.
oh, cool, there's Sabretooth. Remember Sabretooth? It's not even the cool Sabretooth from X-Men Origins. Liev
Right.
Schreiber's the best version. No, they couldn't get him. They had discount Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Like, I was laughing more than I was thinking it was cool. I thought it was kind of lame, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I was laughing a ton. Like, the place I'm at with the MCU, man, my expectations are so incredibly low. I left thinking they made me laugh. They made me laugh, and they made me smile with a few of these. It's such a fucking meme. Like, you can't, I don't know. I just don't take it seriously, and I think that's why I was able to enjoy it a little bit more than you.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously, I understand this is not a good superhero movie. This is not a step in the right direction necessarily for
I don't
for
think
Marvel,
so. No.
because this is not what what people really want.
Yeah.
This is fast food, and we want steak dinner.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, exactly. Like, you compare it to the other X-Men films, the good ones at least. You look at First Class, you look at Days of Future Past, you look at Logan, you look at even the other two Deadpool films. Like, those had fucking style. They had a personality to them, and they weren't reliant on just the cameos. They were reliant on the characters.
Yeah.
You gave a shit about Magneto and Charles Xavier. You gave a shit about Logan. You gave a shit about Wade Wilson in the first one because of his relationship with Vanessa. Like, I really would have, I'm not joking when I say this, Nathan. I would have been perfectly fine with Deadpool 3 just being a film about Wade trying to get back with Vanessa and Peter being his wingman.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking joking. Like, I'm done with these CGI shit. Like, please stop. I want more of the characters that I knew and loved from the previous two Deadpool films.
Please stop with the multiverse and everything. Like, it's getting a little bit too much. Like, even if you're making fun of how far it's gotten,
Yeah.
you're still doing it.
Yeah, like, you know what would have been a better version of this? Fuck that Loki shit. I don't give a shit about Loki. People are like, oh, Loki's a good show. I'm never going to watch it. I'm not going to waste 12 hours of my fucking life on Marvel show number 50. Here's what you do. Deadpool 3. Have Lady Deadpool be the antagonist. She's the one who's like, I'm the only true Deadpool. I'm going to get all these other Deadpool to try to kill you, Ryan Reynolds. And that's
concept,
the movie.
yeah.
Simple. Simple as that. You can have Wolverine have a cameo in it. They can fight at the end. Do not have Wolverine be the main focus. But you have to, I guess, in the MCU's case, because Hugh Jackman is like, he probably asked for what, $100 million fucking dollars for this.
Yeah,
So-
you get him to come back. You have to have him as a focus.
Yeah.
and this movie's gonna be a big success. And I don't know what Marvel's gonna do with that information. If they feel like they have to, if this might take Marvel on a bad path, like of feeling like they still have to double down. And it's always felt like that since Endgame, right? I feel like Marvel always feels this pressure that they have to go bigger and they have to have these fan service moments or these jaw-dropping moments and surprises. And really, I don't think that's what they need.
Well, the thing is, like, they're reaching nostalgia point where they're recycling so quickly that they're being nostalgic over things that are not nostalgic.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Like, they're reaching that point now, because we were talking about the RDJ Doctor Doom thing. It's coming back to this irony, where it's like, it's so ironic when Ryan Reynolds says, like, oh, we're going to have Hugh Jackman be Wolverine till 90. It's like, well, yeah, you look at RDJ, it's no fucking different, man. He's reaching 60 as well. Like, I don't understand what they're going for. Like, it's like, we're going to make our commentary on how this is bad, but we're also going to do that said bad thing in our movies.
We have no plans on changing that.
It's desperate. It's lazy. I was not a fan of this director as all. Sean Levy. He
You don't like Cheaper by the Dozen director Sean Levy?
I love Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Real Steel is an actual good film. Watch that. If you want to watch a good Sean Levy film, don't watch Real Steel. No, but the other directors like David Leitch and Tim Miller. Tim Miller was a VFX supervisor. He had a knowledge of the movie, so he worked on the first Deadpool. David Leitch did Bullet Train and The Fall Guy. Those films have more personality than this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, why Sean Levy? And then I read an article saying that he might direct the new Avengers film. I'm like, oh, well, that's all they want. They just want a replacement director to make these fucking movies. They don't want a Sam Raimi. Yeah. They don't want a James Gunn. They want the most basic motherfucker that will direct whatever Kevin Feige wants them to direct.
Yeah, who's ready to just, like, to sign up for whatever the next project is.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm being very negative towards Deadpool and Wolverine. There are good parts in this. I like when
let's change the tone a little, Neves. What did you like about this?
Yeah, I liked all the Deadpools.
Okay, yeah.
All the Deadpools. It reminded me of like Spider-Verse, the sequel, where it's like all the Spider-Man, all the Deadpool. I love that.
Doing that live action was really cool.
Yeah.
Baby Deadpool.
Yeah, man.
Like, those were fun moments, right?
Like, that's the multiverse stuff I like with Deadpool. With Deadpool, his concept of the multiverse was in the comics him killing the Marvel Universe. That's what I was expecting a little bit from this, where he's like, oh, I kill Thor. I kill Iron Man. They didn't do that, but they did do the Deadpools, which I liked. I liked Nice Pool.
Yeah.
Nice Pool was funny. The dog.
That was very funny, actually.
I thought it was really sweet that Lady Deadpool was voiced by Blake Lively, like a little cameo there. Matthew McConaughey plays the cowboy Deadpool voices.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I was like, that's great. I wanted more of that. I liked whenever they cut back to Wade Wilson and Vanessa and why they broke up. They fucking trimmed that so much.
So sparingly.
And the moments, those are my favorite moments from this movie. I liked Hugh Jackman's performance. He could say anything. And I will say, Hugh Jackman, you were fucking great. You could, like,
his monologue in the car.
So good. And the dialogue's not that good.
It's not that good, but that he manages to make it the most emotional moment in the film.
I love it. I fucking love that. I loved his character being the worst Wolverine and him redeeming that.
Yeah.
Like, I wish the climax at the part where he's about to go in and sacrifice himself, Deadpool's like, you'll always be our Wolverine and stuff. And he looks at the camera and says, I might not be your Wolverine, but deep down, I am just like the others. And then he closes off, and that's how he sacrifices. No, we have to make it comedic because it's a Deadpool film, and we got to double down on, holy shit, Hugh Jackman's ripped.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't feel anything now. You could have had a little bit of an emotional moment, not on par with Logan, obviously, but something like a great send-off.
It was so obvious that they were not going to die or sacrifice themselves in that moment that it did nothing.
It just doesn't make sense
because they had to go have shawarmas later, like, and have this like end conversation when it's like they could have ended it in a moment that had some weight there.
Yeah,
but they chose to just like, no, this movie's all jokes, all memes.
Like, even the genuine moment when they're all at the dinner and you have like Hugh Jackman there, you have the girl there,
yeah,
for no reason, because how could she be there? She died in the other universe.
Right.
No, let's not think about that. Let's
Don't
not
think too hard about it.
Don't think too hard. The writing, there was no script when they made this film. It's fine. But I'm fine with that. I just wish I had more of the Deadpool moments, the character moments, because I really do like those guys. I like those characters. Like, they really sidelined, what's the metal Russian dude's name? He says like one line in this film.
One line is unfortunate.
I love him in the other ones. I liked the teenage girl with her girlfriend. Like, they get 2 lines.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck? Like,
I know they spend more time on his blind cocaine neighbor,
which I
roommate,
liked.
which was fun.
She was good.
Funny.
Peter was good.
Yeah,
Um,
Peter was good. Peter
but-
has that fun moment.
Yeah.
It's like I like that moment where all the Deadpool's like, bro, Peter's a legend in every universe.
I love
Like,
that.
I love
That's
that
a
too.
great punchline. Well, the punchline being like, "Oh, you all can enjoy my Peter." I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's a but
Very good.
But I always think like, why did they focus on just those 2 and not the rest? I always think of like Marvel executives being like, okay, we can't have this, and this, because you're gonna add all these Wolverines. Let's just have these 2 character moments. And to me, that's disappointing. It feels more corporate than the other Deadpool films.
Sure.
Is it the worst film ever? No, The Flash is. Like, The
Yeah.
Flash is way worse than this. I think there's more character moments in this. I just wish I saw more. I just wish I saw more genuine moments from this movie. It's kind of disappointing what direction they're going for with this. I want to see more Deadpool, but this feels like the last one too.
It does. It really does.
And I'm like, this is how you're gonna end it? I don't think it's a good ending to Deadpool.
No, I don't think it's a good ending to Deadpool either. I just had fun. I don't know. I think it's because my expectations were so low, and I was just like, I kind of just had, didn't think about it too much and just had fun with the watch. But it's no more than that. Like, that's as much as I can praise it. Is I could say that I had fun watching it, and I laughed a good amount. That's it. That's all I could really, really say. It's a bad superhero film. It's a bad conclusion to Deadpool. I like seeing Hugh Jackman, but he has good moments. They don't do too much with it. If it's the last time we see Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, it's unfortunate. I like the suit. We didn't talk about that. It's cool to see Wolverine in the suit,
They finally got him with the mask.
but what else?
They
can we say
tried
about it?
everything. That whole Wolverine montage is just like, okay, what have we not done yet? Okay, we'll do this comic. We'll do
Yeah.
this comic. And I'm fine with that as long as it's like quick little shots. But overall, like, am I going to remember this film in 3 months? Probably not. I'm going to remember Logan. It's been 7 fucking years and I still remember that film for a good reason.
Most emotional moment in this film is when the credits are rolling and they're showing
that's so
behind the
sweet.
scenes of X-Men.
I agree. That's my favorite part was when they showed all the clips and I was just like, man, remember when Marvel had like a soul?
Yeah.
Now I don't fucking care. Some people will get a kick out of this, I think, but overall, I'm gonna give this a generous 5 out of 10. 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Like, what is it going to be like to rewatch this movie in 10 years? It's going to be bad. Nobody's going to want to.
I feel like people are gonna remember Spider-Verse. I feel like people are gonna remember that one scene in No Way Home. That's it. Like, you got to remember why people like these films in the first place. It's not just the fan servicey moments. The fan servicey moments, people are going to look at on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, look, YouTube HD clip right here. Let's click it. All right, that's the movie.
Yeah.
Like, you got to actually put a story to it. You got to put characters. There was a lot of wasted potential here, and I want to see them go more storytelling.
Your quick final rating, Neves?
Yeah, 5 out of 10. Generous 5 out of 10.
5
dude.
out of 10.
Fuck, man.
I had a little bit more fun with it. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But that's just because I stopped caring. And I'm living life.
Fair enough.
Let us know your review in the comments. Are we wrong? Did we get this wrong? What do you guys like about this movie? Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to your boys. Helps us out a ton. And most importantly, take care. Brush your hair. Peace.